This is The Real Hustle on holiday. In this series, Alex, Jess and Paul expose to our hidden cameras the scams that cheat tourists and travellers out of their hard-earned holiday money. On tonight's show...
Great. Yes, sir.
Paul goes for a walk with someone else's luggage. TV star Andy Peters gets to grips with a phone book.
Oh my word!
And this guy finds out why you should never accept gifts from strangers.
You're going to jail,
All the people on this show have been hustled for real, and after being given their money back, they agreed that the footage could be shown so you can avoid being ripped off by the same scams. It's a beautiful day on the Costa del Sol. The sun, sand, cheap drinks and party atmosphere make this part of Spain a holiday favourite with millions of British tourists. Alex and Jess are soaking up the Costa sunshine, but they've got more on their minds than just getting a tan. Alex takes it easy on a bench, while Jess heads further along the seafront to a local cafe. An ideal place to carry out the teddy bear scam. Jess gets into position beside the beach. For this scam, she's going to need all her skills of persuasion as a sexy swindler. She's looking for a mark that's open to a bit of holiday flirting. And it looks like she's hit the jackpot. Jess gets to work. First, she needs to break the ice.
Excuse me, are you English? You are. You're Scottish? No, you sound really disappointed about that. Do you know what the name of this place is? I think I might be in the wrong place.
Poor Jess seems to be lost and doesn't know if she's in the right cafe.
I just want...
One of the lads is giving Jess a good once-over. He's just made himself her primary mark.
Where are you from?
From Liverpool.
You're from Liverpool? Whereabouts in Liverpool?
Everton.
In where?
Near Buell.
My brother's just moved there.
Whereabouts?
I actually don't know where it is. He's only just moved there now. He's moved in with his flatmate and his little one.
What a coincidence. Jess's brother and nephew live in exactly the same part of Liverpool as the Mark does.
Okay. So when are you all going back? Or?
Well, we shut the bar on Saturday and then it's all the staff just do what they want after.
That's exactly what Jess wanted to hear. These guys are all heading home to the UK in a few days' time.
No. Do you know what? I know this sounds really, really odd. You know, you say that where you're from in Liverpool, that's where my brother is. He's got a little boy and he turns 1 on the 25th. We've had this massive argument because I'm going away for 3 months, basically. I know it sounds a bit like, you know, a bit forward, but would you mind if I went and bought something? If I gave you something to take back and got my brother to pick it up? I think you could do that.
Yeah.
I don't trust the post here, and I don't want to be sending anything away.
You trust me.
Oh, you know what? I trust you more than I trust the post.
Because everybody tells us a complete lie with drug dealers, really.
Oh my God, don't say that. Do you know like anywhere I can get something around here? Do you know the area? Do you want to come with me or something? Is that okay?
What a gent. He's willing to do the damsel in distress a massive favour. Jess tells her new friend Danny that her name is Susie and leads him across the street to a nearby shop to pick out a present for her nephew.
He's 1. I don't think a 1-year-old would want that, would they? Oh, that's
A 1-year-old, is it a boy?
A little boy.
Yeah, something like this.
The Mark thinks a teddy would be a good idea.
Sweet. Get the one from behind us, people will be touching that. How much is it?
18 €.
Yeah, a teddy.
They've both agreed. It's the perfect gift for her 1-year-old nephew.
Very naughty.
Thank you very much.
That is
So that's Jess's gift problem solved.
yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All she needs to do now is get the Mark's details so that she can arrange for her brother to pick it up when he's back in Liverpool.
7th of the text stand. What's your address?
8.
Ace.
Jess punches his address and phone number into her mobile. As a final persuader, she even promises to buy him a drink next time she's back in England.
Thank you so much.
Don't worry about it, it's easy.
And I don't mean to be just like really poor, but you've really, really helped me out. It's really nice to meet you. I'm going to go off that way because I think my mate's down there now.
Yeah?
Thank you so much.
Don't worry about it. Thank you
Lovely
very
to
much.
meet you. Take
Right,
care.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Danny.
They say goodbye and go their separate ways. The Mark can't wait to get back to the cafe to tell his mates all about it.
You should have saw her eyes. She was gorgeous.
Yeah?
She said she'll ring me when I'm Liverpool. Cool.
With his head full of Jess, the Mark doesn't give a second thought to the teddy bear in the bag. Why should he? It's just an innocent stuffed toy from a gift shop. Or is it? Let's take another look at what happened.
I don't really know the area. I've only been a few times.
While Jess was chatting up the Mark, Alex was waiting patiently for his cue. As soon as he saw the two of them leave the cafe, he made his move. For this to work, he had to get to the gift shop 30 seconds ahead of them. In a moment of clumsiness, he knocked a teddy off the shelf and onto the floor. But when he picked it up, there were two teddies, including a new one that had been concealed in his bag. He then made sure his teddy bear was placed at the back of the display. With only seconds to spare, Alex slipped out of the shop, walking straight past Jess and her new friend.
Let's smell like this.
That's quite sweet.
The teddy that Jess picked was in fact the one that Alex had placed on the shelf just moments before. So where's the scam? Why have the hustlers gone to all this trouble?
You take care. Thanks, Danny.
Danny is going to find out.
How are you? Nice to see you.
Money won is twice as sweet as money earned.
Might as well say goodbye now.
And money won from a celebrity is even sweeter.
I am on the verge of crying. Oh, that's awesome.
Let's see if you can do it.
In the Celebrity Con Games. This week, the Hustlers are up against TV presenter Andy Peters, whose career has taken him from the BBC's broom cupboard with Ed the Duck to Saturday morning favourite Live and Kicking, right up to Celebrity MasterChef.
Why are you all being so relaxed? I'm a nervous wreck and you're like, oh, sorry. What are you
That's what everybody says. Are you
I'm-
competitive, Andy?
Very.
That's
Yes.
why you're nervous.
Yes,
Really?
absolutely.
Andy is also a bit of a fitness fanatic and has the muscles to prove it.
Have you been to the gym this morning?
Not yet. I'm going to
Okay,
go to
well,
the gym this afternoon.
But you go like
Yeah,
regularly. What,
5-6 days a week.
All right. Well, look, we do have a challenge for you.
Yeah.
It's a test of strength,
Be right back.
and yeah, Paul's going to get something that we're going to use.
Okay, right. Okay, fair enough.
Now, as you can see, I don't really do the gym. Now, look, it's going to be a test of strength. We're
Yeah.
basically going to try and rip these old phone books here.
Okay.
So these are the rules.
Yeah.
There's three things you've got to keep in mind.
Okay.
You have to tear it down the middle like this,
Oh!
not along the spine.
Right, okay.
You can't do something silly like tear one page at a time.
Right.
And it's whoever does it fastest between you and me.
Right,
I'll be
okay.
timing.
Okay.
You can use whichever one of these that you
Is it-
want.
okay, let me just have a quick...
So Andy and Alex are going head to head. Whoever tears the phone book in two the fastest wins.
Yeah. Have you got £10?
A tenner? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have, but I'm not sure I want to bet anymore.
But before Andy can show off his impressive strength, he needs to put his money where his mouth is.
Let's just...
Okay.
I don't...
All right.
Ready?
Paul, ready?
Steady.
No, wait. Wait, there must be a way of doing this. So I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. There must be a way to do this. Oh, what the heck? Start the clock. Go on, ready?
Ready? Steady. Go.
He's off to a slow start.
It's hard, isn't it?
What do I do after 15 minutes have passed?
Give us a tenner, I think.
Faint. It's getting up.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. Let's see. Oh. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Andy's finally managed to rip the first few pages.
Coming up for 2 minutes.
Really?
Just let us know when you want to call it a day. And also just burst a vessel or anything.
I can feel myself breaking into a sweat. No, I don't know.
Right.
He can't do it. It's phone book 1, Andy Peters 0.
I'm going to be impressed if you could do it at all.
But to win the bet, Alex still needs to prove it's actually possible.
Start there.
Unbelievable. Alex doesn't even have time to break a sweat.
Oh, my word.
Phone book in half.
Yeah.
I think you can see.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm glad you like that.
So how did Alex do it when Andy had already shown that brute strength isn't enough? It's all in the technique. Alex bent the book in the middle to make it a U shape and pulled the top tight with his thumbs. This stretched out the uppermost pages and concentrated all his strength in just one spot. He tore through just a few pages at a time, rather than the whole book at once. And once the tear appeared, it was simple work to rip through the rest of the form book.
That's brilliant.
That did cost you a tenner.
Oh, yeah.
That's another tenner to add to the Hustlers collection,
Why don't you hold that up? We're going to take a picture.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yes.
making Andy Peters the latest celebrity victim.
Thank you.
All right.
It's got your phone book.
I'll use the internet from now
There
on.
you go.
If you're planning a holiday this year and don't want to run into any hostlers, here are some helpful tips to keep your possessions safe.
First of all, always use a travel tag. All you need to do is jot down your name, contact number, and your hotel address. And that way, if your bag does get lost in transit, it can easily be forwarded on to you. And if you do decide to put your home address on your luggage, never put it on the outside. This is just advertising that you have an empty house. Write it down on a piece of paper and stick it on the inside of your bag like this. Most importantly, always use a padlock on your bag. Some customs officers have the right to open your bag whether it's locked or not. So it's good to remember that in some countries, such as America, they have these. A padlock where you can set your own combination, but with a lock that can be opened by any customs officers. And that means that they don't have to break into your bag if they wish to open it.
If you're going on holiday, chances are you'll be passing through one of these, a major international airport. With so much security around, you'd think that your belongings are perfectly safe. But as the hustlers are about to demonstrate, ingenious thieves can still separate you from your possessions. In fact, they can even make you give them your hard-earned valuables. Paul's inside the airport terminal. He wants to see if this con will fly in the airport pickup. This is the area right outside the baggage reclaim hall. It's here that taxi drivers wait to pick up arriving passengers. And that's exactly what Paul is doing. On his clipboard is the name of the passenger he's expecting to meet. The con is on.
Hi there. Great. Let's,
Like any good driver, Paul insists on taking care of the luggage.
No, we bring the trolley because I'm probably going to bring the car round. Yeah, it's probably the best way.
Of course, this isn't Paul's day job. In fact, he's got no intention of giving this couple a lift. What he wants is their luggage.
Jump on today? Oh, good. How's the weather? No snow now. What I'm going to do is save us a little time. I'm in the driver's car park. You can't go there because of the security thing. If you wait there, I'll run your bags down. I'll be there in less than 5 minutes. Otherwise, I've got to take you to the other car park. It takes 15 minutes or so, okay? So just straight ahead of these doors, the barrier, I'll see you there. Usually takes about 3 or 4 minutes, okay? Take care.
It's like taking candy from a baby. Paul walks off with their bags, and the Marks go outside to wait for a car that will never turn up. So how did Paul convince complete strangers to trust him with their bags? And how did he know the name? To find out, we need to go back 20 minutes. Shortly before the passengers landed, Paul took up position in a cafe next to the arrivals gate, waiting for the right opportunity to present itself. And at this busy airport, he didn't have to wait long. This guy is a real taxi driver. And he really was here to pick up some arriving passengers. He had no idea that he'd just been caught up in the hostler's scam. This was the key moment. Without arousing suspicion, Paul had to sneak a glimpse at the driver's clipboard, which gave him the vital piece of information he was looking for, the name of the arriving passenger. He copied the details onto his own pad. But that was only the first part of the scam. In order for Paul to pose as a driver, he needed the real driver to disappear. Enter Alex and Jess, who'd been watching the whole time. As they walked past Paul, they clocked the name on his pad and assumed the roles of the passengers.
Hawkins. Oh, Hawkins.
Hello.
That's us.
That's us.
Hi there.
Richard.
Hi.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you,
Hello,
Richard.
you're right.
Hi there. Sorry, we came out of a
Came out the
different
other way.
exit.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
The real driver had no reason to question Alex and Jess. And as soon as his back was turned, Paul stepped into his place. Next, having moved the driver away from the arrivals gate, Alex and Jess had to ditch him for good.
Sorry, can I be really annoying? Can I snip to the loo really quick? Is that okay?
Should we meet you by the paying machines?
Do you know whereabouts they are?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do this a lot.
We do this like twice a week. But yeah,
you.
we'll meet you down there because I'm just gonna. We won't be 2 minutes. Thanks.
You.
Job done. He'll be waiting for them for a very long time. At the gate, when the Marks saw their names on Paul's clipboard, they naturally assumed that he was the driver they booked.
Hi there. Great.
And that's why they had no problem handing over all their possessions. After waiting outside for 20 minutes, the Marks start to wonder what the holdup is. Plenty of time for Paul to catch his own ride in the car park, courtesy of Alex and Jess. Eventually, it dawns on the Marks they're never going to see their driver or their bags again.
Because he had like the shirt and black tie and the black jacket and the long coat, so he looked really professional.
And he was from Glasgow, so we just believed him. It's not as if we checked his ID, checked, kind of see some ID before he leave with a bag. So the reason why we trusted him was because he was literally standing there with a piece of paper with your surname on it, so.
In this scam, there's absolutely no reason for the Marks or the driver to assume anything until it's too late. And with Paul standing there with a notice board saying the Marks' names on it, they naturally assume that he's been sent by the taxi company.
To avoid this type of scam, the driver can ask the passengers where they're going because obviously he knows the destination and they should too, and the passengers can check his ID. But the most important thing is to remember not to allow yourself to be separated from your belongings.
Very often when we get off an aeroplane, we're thinking about our onward journey, perhaps we're tired, perhaps there's some jet lag, and sometimes our guard is down. So we're not as cautious as we would otherwise normally be. And that means that airports are good places for scammers.
When on holiday, it doesn't get much better than relaxing in the sun with a drink in your hand. Except if that drink is free. The hostlers are going to show you how to win drinks from your mates by using proposition bets. The prop bet makes you believe you're onto a sure thing. But of course, the hostlers always have the edge, and you don't stand a chance. So watch and learn. Jess has found these 3 guys in a seaside bar, but she's not planning on buying any drinks.
Who's the most competitive out of you two? Because I reckon it'll be you two. Only because you're younger.
I don't need it.
You don't need it. You've got your age.
No, I'm competitive.
Are you?
I play sports.
Are you competitive?
Well, I'd like to think so, yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to do a little competition to see who wins, if that's okay. Got these 2 bottles here. They're bottles of water, glass bottles. Okay? Basically, what I want you to do is empty the bottle of water into this bucket, and I'm going to time you, and whoever can empty the water out first wins. So if you can drink it, you can pour it, any way to get the water out as quickly as possible, and you need to put it into this bucket. And I'm going to time you both, but I want you to both do it at the same time. Can I borrow your watch? You've got a watch down there, so I want to time it. So these are your 2 bottles. When I say go, start pouring. Try not to spill anything. Ready? Hang on, let me get this. 3, 2, 1, go. Wait. Okay, I see you've got a different technique. Okay. 10 seconds. Oh, I see, twisting it. Coming up to 15.
Yay, winner.
15 seconds. Whoa. 13 seconds. 15 seconds. I guess you won. Was that difficult? But you know what though, I bet I can do it quicker than that. Yeah? So you took 13 seconds. I reckon I can do it in less than 10. Possibly even less than 7.
Less than 7?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can't do it in 7 seconds, absolutely.
I can't do it in 7 seconds. Okay, if I can, you buy me a drink?
That was
If I
after.
can, you buy me a drink?
That was after time.
You can as well if you want.
You did it.
Drink. Buy me a drink. Can you please time me? When it gets to quarter to there. I didn't say you couldn't use anything. You can use a straw. Ready?
Wait for it. Ready, steady, go.
How quick was that?
That was 4 seconds.
5.5 seconds. Woo!
Fair enough.
It's all down to the straw. Jess inserts a straw into the bottle, making sure that one end is sticking out to the side. This way, air from the outside fills the space left by the water, and the bottle empties in less than half the normal time.
So you all owe me a drink now. But I'm just gonna stick to orange juice, so the bar.
That's right.
2 weeks ago, the hostlers set their sights on Danny, a British traveller working on the Costa del Sol.
Excuse me, are you English?
Jess charmed the mark at a seaside cafe and persuaded him to take a teddy bear back to Britain for her 1-year-old nephew,
What's your address?
who he thinks just happens to live in exactly the same area of Liverpool as he does.
Yeah, thanks, Danny.
Of course, with the hostlers around, there's no such thing as a coincidence. Danny is now back home in Liverpool, having brought the teddy bear all the way from Spain. And as luck would have it, Jess, aka Susie, has come back to the UK early. They've arranged to meet up in an Italian restaurant for a drink and to hand over the present. Keen to meet Susie again, the Mark is right on time, and most importantly, he's brought the teddy bear. Unfortunately, Susie doesn't seem to be around. Instead, he runs straight into Alex, claiming to be her brother.
Hi, I'm Robert. I'm Susie's brother. I mean, oh, you got the teddy for us?
Yeah, that's the teddy bear, yeah.
Nice, thank you.
Where's Susie?
Thank you. She's, oh, good. That's a good choice. Come in. She's just running an errand for me. She's going to be here in 5 minutes. Come in. Her Uncle Paul's here. Say hello.
Seems like Danny's getting to know the whole family.
Yeah. Just sit down. Do you want a drink or something? Have a seat. I'll give you that wine.
Paul, how you doing?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Daniel.
Danny, yeah.
Sit down. Where, you met Susie in... Oh, nice.
Can I get you something?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
You all right?
Thank you, yeah.
Got some wine or something?
This isn't how the Mark was expecting his evening to turn out. He's starting to think something's up.
You hungry?
Yeah, no.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm alright.
I got some meatballs going.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, we make good meatballs here.
It's okay.
Yeah, we make meatballs out of any kind of meat here.
Yeah.
Alex gets out a set of scales, but as the Mark is about to find out, they're not for weighing parmesan.
You met Susie
In Spain?
in Spain.
Yeah. Just randomly come up to me and said that you've moved here in Liverpool. And just said, can I do a favour? And she bought me a teddy bear and told me to come down.
Ah, good for you.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Came back okay? Safe?
Yeah, it's alright.
Safe?
Yeah.
The teddy got back without a mark on it too, but that's about to change.
What are you doing?
Having a quick look. Just check everything.
Just necessary. It's not we don't trust you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going.
We do need to check things.
Don't worry, sit down. It's fine. Yeah, listen, you're fine. Don't worry.
It's just dawning on the Mark that he's been used as a drug courier. What seemed like an innocent good deed for an attractive girl has turned into the worst day of the Mark's life.
Hey, it's a little light. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he's
not lying. Everything's.
It's all right.
You're good. Hey, listen, don't worry.
Don't worry about it. I think we should
Relax,
maybe be a little
you're
bit
fine.
careful.
Go to jail or something.
Relax, no one's going to go to
Well,
jail.
she's a pretty girl. Don't worry about it. I mean,
You're
you know,
fine.
you're not the first person who's.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
I've been conned completely.
don't worry
Have
about
some
it.
water.
Alright, well,
Listen,
You know she's not coming, don't you?
no,
Did she pay you? Did she give you any money?
no.
We're not going to pay you any money.